string on our wire protector. Both threads have to go through one end of the protector and back down through the other end. Like this. Okay. Now you'll string on your clasp. And go back through the crimp. Pull all the slack out of the cables. Use the chain nose plier to flatten the crimp. Then switch to a crimping tool to fold the crimp in half. The crimping tool has two parts on its jaw. There's an inner hole and there's an outer hole. We're going to put the crimp that has just been flattened into the inner hole of the jaw. We're going to lay it flat, like this. And we're going to gently press the crimping tool shut, and this will leave a dent down the middle of the crimp. Turn the crimp at a 90-degree angle, and we're going to use the outer hole to fold the crimp in half along the dent we just put in the crimp. Use your chain nose plier and squish the crimp along the fold just to be sure that it hasn't opened up as you folded it in half. Now we're going to cover the folded crimp with our crimp cover. Hold the crimp cover in the outside hole of the crimping tool and put it around the crimp. Gently press the crimp cover shut until the two ends almost meet. Then you're going to turn the crimp cover so that the jaw covers the seam, and you're going to press shut until the seam closes.
catcher. A light catcher is a really wonderful addition to your home, your kitchen. You can even hang it in your car. And it's not just for light catching, it's an energy catcher as well. You can use different gemstones or beads that are good for different energies like peace, calm, strength, courage. Today the one I'm doing, we've called it Heal, and I'm going to be using a Swarovski crystal star and different colors that are very relaxing and peaceful. So the first thing I'm going to do is string on my star. So let me get my mag eyes on and come in a little closer so you can see. I'm using a thread called Super Mac, and it is a nylon cord that is very strong, very durable. I've centered the cord through my crystal star, and now I'm going to be doing an overhand knot. An overhand knot is where you hold the two threads together, bring it through. I'm going to scoot it down and make it tight right above the star. You can pull each of your cords to make the knot get tight. Okay? Now I'll take one of my strings and put a bead on. And what's nice about this project is you can choose an overhand knot or a square knot. Let me show you what a square knot looks like. A square knot is like tying your shoes. You bring it through. And let me do it one more time. So you can choose between overhand and square knots. What I'll do for this project is I will do both kinds of knots for you so that when it's your turn, you can choose. You can also put the thread through the bead together, like so. So as you can see with this crystal, I only put one thread in, but on this bead, I put both threads through. So you have many options when making this light catcher of how many threads you want going through the bead and what kind of knot you want to do. Again, this is an overhand knot that I chose this time. And now I will alternate again back to a square knot. When I make these, I usually don't do square and overhand knots. I'll choose one or the other, but for you out there today, I wanted you to have choices depending on what skills you have and what you're more comfortable with, and just to show you that anything goes when you're making something like this. And I will do a knot here and one more knot next to it. So through this loop is where you can hang your light catcher.